Yes, you already know what it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Rollins, and he goes by Aaron McKee.
Cheerio, y'all. What up?
We are your 404 HEELZ, and this is Word the Street.
And boy, is there some motherfucking words.
Oh, man.
Let's start with, and you know, they ruined that surprise an hour before the goddamn show all over the internet. We knew the Undertaker was coming back. We didn't know when it was going to happen.
Right.
But we knew he was coming back because they broadcasted it to the crowd outside the goddamn arena. And then that's one of the first word on the street categories that we have besides Raw is everyone was saying online that was supposed to be Becky Lynch's spot. And Becky Lynch got bumped, and she was supposed to come out and confront Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch's return, but they bumped her for Undertaker. That was the word on the street for like 48 hours, that Becky Lynch got bumped, blah, blah, blah. They treat her like shit. Then today I'm at the gym, I'm working out. I bring up Twitter in the sauna. This motherfucker says Becky Lynch just signed a contract. That shit about Raw on Netflix is bullshit. She was never meant to appear on Raw on Netflix. That was always the Undertaker spot. What are you talking about? How do you feel about that? What do you think? I mean, again, I feel like they leak shit to us just for us to get upset about and talk about.
I don't think it's nobody leaking shit from within WWE. I think it's just fucking the internet people, bro.
Yeah.
The internet is, listen, I really honestly wish in this day and time that you can get with folks face to face and talk and chop it up like we used to do, but we can't. We got to go through internet. And the internet, to me, is a lot more detrimental than it is helpful. Okay, yeah. It's a lot of false information that floats around. Fake news on the internet. On the internet, all damn every day, and people are dumb enough to believe it, bro. What the fuck? No, you can't believe everything on the internet. If you believe everything that's on the internet, then you must be believing everything that's on TV. It's like
when you click the headline, but you don't read the article. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's like, did you even read the article?
No context. Yeah. Again, the generation of we're going to start pointing fingers without reading the context. Yeah. That's all it is right here, bro.
But Becky Lynch is re-signed, officially, unofficial. You know, we still might be bullshitting. Who knows? But let's go on to the next word on the street.
Wait. What? Don't back up from the Hogan. What did you think about the Hogan situation?
Oh, I already said, bro. Yeah, I already said. I think it was, you know, it was just we're sick of him. We're sick of him.
Do you think it was justified though? In that moment, do you think that was a time?
Yeah, if you sick of him, you can boo. Everything you do as a wrestling fan in the crowd is justified because that's how you feel. Mm-hmm. If everyone was just booing to jump on the boo train, cool. That's cool.
Right.
We got an angle now. You know what I mean?
It's on angle. Only problem is the angle. Ain't no problem. Only problem is Hogan he ain't at that age we can do any kind of angle right now.
Yeah. Bro. But I think we just sick of him as wrestling fans. He just needs to be like Old Yeller. You need to take him out to the shed. He got rabies. Bah! Put one in right between the eyes. We don't ever want to see you again. Well, we know the history. He's gonna make it about himself. That's what we know. Even if they do put him with a young superstar, he's gonna make it about Hulk Hogan. I know, but John Cena for the last, I think, 2,044 days. Because he hasn't won a match in that long. There's a lot of wrestlers that will be like, I'm going to put this person over, put this person over, put this person over. Hulk Hogan would never want to put anyone over.
No, come on, man. He done put a lot of people over, first of all. Let's not act like he hasn't put anybody over.
Who?
He put the Ultimate Warrior over, bro.
No, he had to put the Ultimate Warrior over.
But did he still do it, yes or no?
No, he had to.
But did he still do it?
He didn't put Sting. He did not want to lose the belt to this person. Didn't want to lose the belt to this person. Didn't want to lose it's not the night, bro. Not the night. That's a
doesn't work for me, bro. It doesn't work for me, brother. That's the quote. It doesn't work for me, brother. But I mean, Triple H was the same way. He didn't want to put nobody over hardly like that either. John Cena, when he was at the peak of his career, didn't really. That's why they say John Cena had a golden shovel to bury anybody he wanted to.
But now he's putting everyone. He put Austin Theory over.
And he should, bro. The dude is on his way out.
But I'm saying if you brought Hogan in right now, he would not want to put people over.
Who is going to be wrestling to put over?
No, he's not going to. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's going to be so selfish. He's not even wrestling, and he still wouldn't put people over.
Oh, that's what the internet's saying, right?
No, that's what I'm saying,
Oh,
brother.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
Brother,
nah, bro.
Listen to me, brother. Listen to me, brother. You think I'm going to put someone the fuck over? This motherfucker said, I quit. I heard this motherfucker on podcasts left and right. Oh, yeah, me and my new wife, we done drinking. Oh, yeah, it's a cripple, and I'm into Jesus. Great American beer. Let's drink beer. I'm like, God damn it, bro.
I mean, shit, bro. If as much
this
as
motherfucker will do anything for money, bro.
I don't like fucking Hennessy, but if Hennessy threw a check at me and said, would you hell yeah, I'll fucking what the fuck?
I'll drink Hennessy for free, bro. Give me that shit all day.
I don't like that shit.
I love Hennessy.
I will be a sponsor for Hennessy even though I don't drink the shit if the check is right, bro.
Look,
come on, bro. You mean tell me you ain't what drink that you don't like to drink that you will
dude,
like,
I'll sell my soul for a little bit of money. You ain't gotta lie to me, bro. Shit. Bro, shit. I'm the easiest victim, bro. I'm the easiest victim. Shit. They be like, hey, do you want to wear tampons? I'll be like, fuck yeah, let's go, bro. I don't give a shit.
Oh shit.
But we had another possible teaser.
Keep it 100, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
We got another possible teaser in the crowd at Raw on Netflix, and her name is Nikki Bella. How you feel about that?
Oh, did you hear about the shit afterwards?
What happened afterwards? The word on the street.
The word on the street is that she texted John Cena. She went there because she knew John Cena was going to be there, right?
I did see the John Cena shit.
And
I don't think that's true, though.
I don't think it's true either, bro. I don't think
married,
this woman,
bro. He married.
I don't think this woman will be that disrespectful to try to mess with a married man.
No way.
I think it's bullshit, bro.
Unless it was just like nice to see you back in the WWE, something simple like that, you know. But how do you feel about Nikki Bella coming back with all these young? There's already the roster's already overcrowded. You know what I mean? You got NXT women on the uprise.
No. Take NXT. Just put that in a class by itself. We're talking about main roster. Okay. That's what she's gonna be.
And you think just a Rumble return?
She probably will be in a Rumble return. But I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. She can't keep up with them women now. She cannot keep up with them women.
Not even close, bro.
They're on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
These ain't divas. These are women wrestlers. You understand?
For sure.
And she can't keep up, bro, because she wasn't able to keep up when it was divas. Her matches was boo-boo, bro. I did not like watching her matches when she was on the divas.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like it. So, no, if she does come back, it will be a Rumble surprise appearance, and she'll get in and throw about maybe 1 or 2 people over, and then they're going to throw us over, and, hey, nostalgia. That's what she'll be. Okay? So, no.
Yeah. No. All right. So, we got another thing. We're just gonna keep rolling. I mean, word on the street is we got some AEW shit, but we're gonna keep this Raw on Netflix.
Keep it WWE. And we're gonna do save all the AEW shit for later, but just keep it all WWE right now.
So we can go Dom and Seth. I've heard both over podcasts, interviews, all that good stuff. And they're basically, and I kind of agree with them, they're basically like, hey, man, we made this shit popular again. And now all these motherfuckers want to come back because we popular again. A la John Cena, The Rock, Nikki Bella, all these people coming back to WWE. Now that, the Doms, the Seths, the Codys, the Romans made it popular again, made it cool again.
Wait a minute. Okay, so who said this? Dom and Seth?
Dom and Seth and other superstars, but these are the 2 I know for sure, have both said, we've made the WWE popular again, and these motherfuckers are coming back into the business to ride the high with us, even though it was us that did it,
What do you feel about that? Give me your opinion first.
I feel like there's some truth to it, but there's also there's a shoot and a work to both state. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're saying it truthfully, but saying it storyline just to cause tension. You know what I mean?
So let's put the storyline shit out.
Yeah.
If it's very truthful, what do you feel?
I feel no, because the final boss had a lot to do with the popularity last year. %. You cannot. Would WrestleMania 40 still be the biggest WrestleMania ever without The Rock there? Yes, because it's going to be the biggest every year. That's just how inflation fucking works. You're going to gross more money every year because tickets cost more money every year. Mm-hmm. It's just how it works. I think it's like at the movie industry. Titanic is the most tickets sold of all time, but it's not the highest grossing anymore because tickets are way more expensive than they were in the 90s. You know what I mean? But bodies and seats, it's a different story. And that's kind of what Vince Russo's saying right now is Triple H is lying to everyone about how popular wrestling is right now. And he's like, it's not that popular. You're not putting more asses in seats. You're just selling more because money is, it's less valuable and you got to spend more to, do that. But I would have to disagree with Vince Russo, because in the Attitude Area, WrestleMania wasn't generally in football stadiums. It wasn't. It wasn't in football stadiums. It was in basketball stadiums.
But you're right. At the same time, the most down period of the WWE, say for like 20
besides COVID,
besides like 2006, 2007 to about 2014. This is where they had to do the AEW thing where the hard camera was on the side with nobody, and then they have half arena.
Yeah.
Now, there was a lot of stuff going on like that within that time period. They were still doing football stadium WrestleMania. So I don't think it has anything to do about the popularity, bro. I just think, whatever they choose to have the venue at, right?
Yeah.
But to go back to your question about Dom and Self thinking that the old people coming in and riding the wave that they helped build. Let me tell you, young man Dom, sir, you may have been a part of the wave that helped make this thing what it is, but there's no way in hell that you think you're a bigger name than John Cena, The Rock. Fucking anybody who's coming in from the past and think that, you know what, they're taking our shine. No, bro.
Yeah,
they fucking built the road. They built the road that you're traveling on, young man. Yes,
yeah.
Okay. Seth Rollins, you're not even bigger than CM Punk. They didn't put you over CM Punk on the biggest show that they had in Raw years. And what you talking about? What you helped build, bro? Come on, cut this shit out, bro. We gotta cut this shit out, bro. See, we have momentary. People are so trapped in the moment that they don't understand what happened in the past, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
bro,
let's not do that.
What you just said, I hate to interrupt, but what you just said with CM Punk going over on this global show, bro, CM Punk's the future of this company for the next few years, bro. They put he was over on the main event on the biggest global scale they've ever been on, and CM Punk was the last thing you see. He's gonna be the champion. He wins the belt at Mania, bro. There's no fucking way he doesn't win a belt at Mania.
Now, this will be a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is, since they put Punk over here, if they do have another match between Rollins and Punk at Mania, for sure Rollins is gonna win.
No, not at Mania, bro. I think there's a potential for another match at Saturday Night Main Event before. So we got Saturday Night Main Event, then we got Raw in Atlanta, and then we got Royal Rumble. So I honestly think if we're going to have a second match between CM Punk, it's either at Rumble or Saturday Night Main Event. I do not think we go into WrestleMania still CM Punk, Seth Rollins. I think CM Punk is definitely getting the belt. One of the belts. One of the belts.
But again,
Cody versus CM Punk. We're not even talking about Cody versus CM Punk.
Well, at least not right now. Because
is that a possibility for Rumble or for Mania?
It could be. I would
love it, bro.
If there's a title involved, yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of backstory with AEW you could throw in there too, bro.
A lot.
They could steal the fucking show with it.
Of course. But no, I'm sorry to go back to your original question. I disagree with Dom and Self about that shit. This is wrestling. You can't tell me there's a period in wrestling where they didn't bring back former past wrestlers to help bring up the product even more.
But and this is a lot.
If they think, I promise you and everything, if they fucking think for 1 second that The Rock coming back, they think they would have done the exact same numbers and pulled the exact same media attention without The Rock for WrestleMania 40. You're fucking delusional, bro.
Yeah.
You're fucking delusional. And I'm gonna tell you how I know why. Because as soon as The Rock wasn't on TV every week like he was on SmackDown, the ratings dropped.
Yeah, they did.
It's the Rock effect, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's be honest, man. It's the Rock effect. I'm not going to sit here and spew some bullshit for the internet to be happy. I don't give a fuck. I'm telling you right now, bro, The Rock has a lot to do with why that WrestleMania did so good the way it did, bro.
Yeah.
Trust me. And so, no, they're not right, bro. And for them to think like that, bro, that's bullshit.
It's a coincidence of timing. That's what it is. It's a coincidence of timing. But we get the announcement on Raw on Netflix that Rumble 2026 is in Saudi Arabia. How you feel? First Royal Rumble outside the United States, besides the greatest Royal Rumble, but that really wasn't the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that was who won that? Braun Strowman? Braun Strowman won that one in Saudi?
Maybe. I don't know.
I hate that this is outside of America. I hate it.
Let me tell you something, Oos.
Especially in Saudi, because Saudi doesn't have big stadiums. It's more like a private watching shit. Right. You know what I mean?
When I first saw this news, bro, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm being honest, because we talking about Crown Jewels, then we talking about Royal Rumble in Saudi, and I was like, okay, so now I understand. It took this announcement for me to finally understand what the hell Triple H is doing. And Triple H ain't worried about nobody's opinion. He's worried about the bottom line for the WWE.
Money.
So here's a public announcement to the WWE fans for you guys. Be prepared for 2025, the year of disappointment. Because there's going to be a lot of shit that you're not going to agree with, but it's going to make hella money, and y'all going to be upset. I'm just going to let you know. Just letting you know. Because that's what's going to happen, bro. Because it's already happening.
Yeah.
You're going to have one of the all-time greatest pay-per-view, one of the big fours in Saudi Arabia?
And you're not going to let the women wear what they want to wear.
Hands up, bro. Hands up. Where they do that at?
Hands up. Bro, I was pretty upset when I saw it, bro.
When I saw it, I got like this is going to be boring. Yeah. It's going to be a boring as Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But that's what they said. That's what we talked about it on fan questions. Saudi's got a lot of money. And the word on the street is they want Brock Lesnar. So, I mean, it might be a while away, but goddamn, I mean, what? They could be like, Brock Lesnar, we'll give you $10 million. He'll be like, no, I'm good. They'll be like, we'll give you $100 million. He'll be like, all right, I'm coming. You know what I mean?
They're going to get Brock Lesnar.
They had Undertaker in full Undertaker gear at a goddamn soccer game, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah. They paid that man a pretty fucking penny, you know?
Just to cosplay Taker.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I understand that. And again, I can't be mad at Triple H because as the COO, his main objective is to make money for the WWE, and that's fine. But I'm just warning the WWE fans out there. Yeah. I know how crazy you guys get. Just be prepared for some disappointments this year because money's gonna trump everything, literally. So just understand that shit.
And even Undertaker at the soccer game, he even said before the soccer, he said the Undertaker person is dead. It's dead. I will never wear that. I will never do that again. And then he's like, Saudi Arabia was like, we'll pay you this amount of money. He's like, okay, I'll do it one more fucking time.
It's about the money, Oos. It's about
money
the money.
Talks, bullshit
walks.
Fucking walks, baby.
That's it, bro. That's it. So, hey, just be prepared. I'm sorry. Just be prepared for more announcements and things like that coming out this year.
I think, man, I mean, even Triple H at the last Saudi event, I forget what it was. But he was like, oh, it was Crown Jewel. Yeah. He was like, this relationship is not ending. It's not.
It's not.
It's not ending. Just get used to it. If you hate it, stop watching. If not, get used to it.
And he knows the crowd hates it because when he announced the Crown Jewel championships, the crowd
we booed the fuck out of it,
bro. And he knows it. He knows it.
But hey, you got to pay them bills, baby. You got to keep the lights on, bro. Cody needs 3 different pyros for an entrance. You got to pay for that bitch, baby.
$5,000 entrance every damn time.
Yeah, but speaking of Cody, we go into Bully Ray. I was listening to Little Busted Open, and he was very, very, very upset about how Cody was featured on Raw on Netflix. He said, you're going to have this man be in the audience?
Okay, so
talking to The Rock?
Listen. Let me talk to you about that. That was bullshit, first of all. And I agree with Bully on that.
But we didn't know he was there, and then all of a sudden he's just there.
I also find it bullshit that the roster you currently have, like what Dom and Seth said, that help you get to that promised land. Why they all sitting outside in the damn... Why they all sitting outside?
Yeah.
Why are they spectating? Why are they being fans? Like, what was going on with that?
Bro, they advertised an appearance for Logan Paul, and all they did was show him in the crowd. He was advertised for the show. Yeah. And all they did was show him on the crowd, bro.
They showed a promo package about him saying that he's going to be full-time.
Yeah.
And then they
showed him in the crowd.
That's it.
I thought he was coming out to interrupt John Cena for sure. Or John Cena, sorry.
Again, just be prepared for disappointments in 2025. Yeah. This new era they speaking of, it's the new era of money.
We got the highs, we got the lows, but you feel like Cody was treated unfairly.
I don't know about unfairly. I just feel like a lot of the roster wasn't showcased. This is the biggest fucking Raw in your company's history, and you choose not to showcase your other talent.
Yeah, Gunther being basically
World
the Raw champion.
You bring no Braun, no Braun Breaker out there.
No Braun. You basically had neither of your champs on Raw and Netflix, but you had the other. Like, yeah, I get. Yeah. It's crazy, bro.
Just
It was crazy.
2025.
But
WWE
in
fans,
my
be prepared.
opinion, I love the show. We gonna end last WWE topic right here.
No, we got some more.
You got some more?
I got some more. Yeah.
Last one for me. We got Paul Heyman. He says Roman deserves an Emmy first. Then he deserves an Emmy. Then Triple H deserves an Emmy. And the WWE deserves an Emmy. And that's basically TV awards. And I would agree. They're the only TV show that ran through the pandemic, motherfucker. How do you give an Emmy to anyone else but WWE?
Yeah, I didn't see that, but yeah.
Yeah.
Emmys and all of them deserve one. The whole Bloodline storyline deserves one. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Emmys. Yeah, give him one. Shit. I mean,
Give
Paul
him one.
Heyman.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman. All of them. Shit.
I think maybe with Netflix.
Give him one.
Yeah. They deserve it.
Give Netflix one while we got it.
But he said it starts with Roman. Roman gets the first one. It has to start with Roman.
No, he's a star. Why not?
Yeah.
You know?
He's the GOAT.
He's a star. So here goes some things that I've noticed too. Number one, we didn't even give no props to the referees and their new shirts.
Oh, those shirts were terrible.
We didn't give no props to the referees and how they finally started to highlight the referee in the match. They told which referee was going to ref each match, right?
Yeah.
We said this a couple weeks ago. Somebody must be listening. One thing about the CM Punk and Rollins match that was pretty outstanding is you could see Rollins get into it with the ref.
Yeah.
Like, get him in the ring. I told you, get him in the ring. You don't let me do it.
Yeah.
You know, Seth Rollins, I'm like, interaction. All right. I see what's going on. That's good. Now, with that being said, why we gotta have goddamn logos in the middle of that damn ring, bro? What the fuck was going on with that? That shit.
It's like boxing, bro. See, to me, I'm such a boxing UFC fan. It doesn't even register with me. Right. Those ads, not even in my radar at all. Mm-hmm. Not even close.
It does. See, it registers with me because this is pro wrestling, and that's something you really rarely see on pro wrestling.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, for sure.
But like, just to me, because like I watch people fight all the time in the middle of a ring or octagon with ads. It just it just doesn't register with. And that's why I like Joe Tessitore so much too, because like a lot of wrestling fans didn't watch boxing, or college football with Joe Tessitore. They're just wrestling fans. I've loved Joe Tessitore for years, so him coming into wrestling for me was an easy
transition,
transition adaptation to it. So like, there were a lot of fucking ads, and I think we're gonna get a lot more.
Oh yeah.
What I do not want to see is the wrestlers have ads on them. I do not want to see sponsorship on the wrestlers.
I don't think that would happen. I hope
not. Never say never.
But listen,
it's all about the bottom line. We just talk about Triple H. If they're like, hey, man, can we throw a Jimmy John's fucking logo on fucking Roman for $100 million? Triple H would be like, hey, we'll talk about it.
Well, no, I mean, they can't put Jimmy John logo on Roman because it belongs to Brock Lesnar. He had Jimmy John.
UFC, Jimmy John's. Yeah.
No, when he was in WWE,
UFC,
that's on his shorts, bro.
Yeah.
So, listen. I don't care about the logos and shit in the ring because they got to get their money. I understand sponsorship is cool. What I don't like is the ring itself. Why that shit was so damn squishy.
It was.
You ever noticed that shit? I haven't seen a motherfucking person on the internet say that shit. No one noticed. That ring had another pad on it, bro. That shit looks super soft. Am I lying?
No. It did. I was like,
why nobody saying nothing about that?
When Roman and Solo did their lockup to begin the match, I noticed the most when Roman was digging into the mat. I was like, his feet's going really into the mat, bro.
Yeah.
And we talked about it literally last week on fucking the shit, bro. Literally.
Somebody watching our show, bro. I promise you, bro. But IWC, do you like the fact that ring had a lot of give in it? It looked like they had two mats on that shit, bro. It shit looked soft, bro. I remember we talked about. We always like to see when they walk in the ring. I want to see how much give is in the ring when they walk. Yeah, that ring had a lot of give in it.
Or it could have been something to make it louder. We never know. You know what I mean?
The ring gets louder with mics underneath the ring. That's how it gets louder, not because of the give. That shit, instead of had a 1 inch mat, I bet you that shit had a 2 inch match on that shit, bro. I'm telling you, that shit looked very, very soft.
Yeah.
And do you like the black top on the ring?
I like the black. I'm not a big fan of the blue on SmackDown.
Well, see, that's where you get me. I like the blue on SmackDown because it's a callback to the old WWF ring that had the blue. Remember that?
Yeah. Or was it WCW ran with a blue ring or light blue ring for a while too?
They had blue. Yeah. I mean, so that's not something
Didn't
new.
WCW put WCW in the middle of the mat for a while?
Yeah. The logo.
They did. Right?
WCW Nitro right in the middle of the mat. Yeah.
In the middle of the mat. So we already had logos in the middle of mats previously.
Oh, that's something old. I mean, back when WCW had Halloween Havoc for Slim Jim sponsored, they had Slim Jim logos over the ring. That's crazy, but that's not what I'm saying. The mat itself, bro. Like, I was like, what's going on? They wrestling on clouds. Yeah. It looked like, I don't know. It didn't look stiff.
Yeah.
It looked very, very comfortable to get slammed that night. I'm so sorry.
And no one really important got slammed besides wrestlers. So I was like, there's no like owner of the company getting slammed. So you need that extra padding.
Hey, I'm surprised no one talked about the give in the ring, bro.
Yeah.
It's been about 3 days.
Well, we talking about it.
Because look, we the full HEELZ. Uzi. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about who does it first, about who does it better. That's what it's about. All right. So one more thing that I came to conclusion about WWE, and I just couldn't wrap my head around it, but I finally figured it out. I was like, this is what's happening. So that promo package that came on Netflix before it kicked off the show, right? Chef's kiss. They are so good at that shit. WWE is so good at those fucking packages, bro. They really are. One thing I noticed that Triple H kept reiterating through the whole fucking package was story this, story that.
Yeah, storyline, bro. That's how it kicked off. You saw I kicked off my Raw review, bro. I said storytelling, baby. That's what it's all about.
Stories, right? And then I was thinking, and I'm trying to make a callback. I'm like, has this been such a prominent topic in pro wrestling history? And I couldn't think of a time. And then I finally figured it out. I said, this is what's happening. There's a shift in the wrestling fan. Before, this is why WWE was getting shitted on because of their in-ring style. People gravitated towards the indies. All right. This is when ROH was still popping. This is when you had other wrestling promotions, Dragon Gates. You had Lucha Underground. You had other TNA. You had other wrestling promotions who had more street cred than WWE. Because WWE's wrestling in ring was boo boo.
Yeah.
And Triple H saw that. So what Triple H do? He built his gold and black NXT brand off the backs of Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, Kevin Steen, a.k.a. Kevin Owens, El Generico, a.k.a. Sami Zayn, okay, Bryan Danielson, a.k.a. Bryan Danielson,
the
American Dragon. He brought them all over to NXT and made NXT pop because their in-ring ability was way better than the in-ring product that was in WWE. Now, it's a shift happening. Now, the new WWE fan is about stories.
Yeah.
We want Cody to finish the story. We want stories. We need to have a storyline for every fucking thing. It needs to have a storyline. Who are these people? What? They need to have a storyline. We need to have a story. Well, let me tell you something, WWE fans.
People engaged.
Let me tell you something, WWE fans. Stories isn't the most important thing. I'm going to tell you why. No, let me tell you why. If story was the most important thing, then that means that the Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso match at WrestleMania should have been the fucking banger. Because they had a great story. It was a great story.
Well, the banger was the story of all stories, Cody Rhodes.
Let me finish.
And the Bloodline.
Let me finish. I'm talking about Jimmy and Jey Uso.
Yeah, you're picking out the worst match of the Mania, and you're like, this is how Mania should have went. That makes no sense.
I'm not talking about the worst match. What I'm talking about is they had a great fucking story. Brother versus brother.
Yes.
Because how many stories have we had within the Bloodline within itself? There's always been many stories within the main story of Bloodline. So I'm not talking about the Bloodline. I'm talking about just this situation, Jimmy and Jey, that had a great story. It was a little bit confusing at first because of how it started. I was like, wait a minute, what's going on? But it still was a great story, right?
Yeah.
But then the match fell flat.
Yes.
To the point to where people don't even talk about the story no more.
Yes.
So my point is, you need both the motherfuckers, bro. You need the story and you need the match.
Well, you just need not a shitty match. You just need not a shitty match. The match was so like you had Jimmy Uso talking to his daughter at the side of the ring. What the fuck are you doing talking to your daughter? Get off the phone. Watch your dad. Yeah, you're distracted, bro. He wasn't even in the match.
Wait, what?
This motherfucker wasn't even in the match, bro.
That's fine, and that's
not fine. If you're not in the match, if you're over there paying attention to your daughter ringside, who has nothing to do with the match, she ain't part of the match, nothing, and you're over there like, put your phone down, watch your dad, bitch. She's bored by you, man. Like you need to do something to entertain her, not tell her to get off the goddamn phone.
Okay, so go back to your point when you said the story has to keep people invested, right?
Yeah.
The story apparently wasn't that good to keep them invested for this match.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
So it can't just be all about the story. It has to be a balance between the two.
You need the story, bro. Is what I'm saying.
You're not listening, Oos. I said it can't just be all about the story. It needs to be a balance.
If they would have told a story in the match, it would have made sense. But they didn't. They told no story in the match. They played they played super kick games.
Right. But
they played no story, bro.
The story
should have been Jimmy beating the fuck out of Jay the whole time, being like, I told you, you need to stay with the family. You need to do this. Just beating the shit out of him. You need to do this. And then Jay triumphantly comes back and then somehow wins the match miraculously. That's already better than what happened that night. All they did was super kick each other the whole time. The story continues in the match. You got to tell a story within the whole thing. The story starts from A to the finish of the match.
But like I said before, the storyline gives purpose to the match. The match is the payoff to the storyline.
Yeah. And you got to deliver a good match. They didn't deliver. All they did was super kick each other.
But see, that's my point. You proving my point. You have to have both. It has to be on point.
I'm saying
got to be on point and the match got to be on point. But more so, the match really needs to be on point to capitalize on the story. Because if you have a banging storyline and a weak match, no one's going to remember the story.
I'm just saying Jay and Jimmy all they had to do was stop super kicking each other and it would have been a better match.
So that's what I'm asking you. How many matches have you seen where the storyline was popping, but the match was weak?
Hold on.
Right?
How much worse would the match have been if there was no story for the build-up? That would have been the worst match of WWE history. The build-up made that match a little better than what it would have been if it was a standalone match like AEW does all the time.
Low blow. Don't need to do that.
No, anyway, but that's what we're comparing it to. We're comparing the storytelling of WWE to the match.
I'm not comparing it to anything. I'm just comparing within itself.
If you just drop that match on a Raw, Jay versus Jimmy at WrestleMania, you drop it on a random Raw, a random SmackDown, and there's no story to it, that match is the worst match of all time. But because there's a build-up, it's only the worst match of WrestleMania. It's not the worst match of wrestling because there was a story that gave that match so much potential. Mm-hmm. The story gave the match potential. If you just drop that match on a random show like AEW does all the time, we're like, ooh, we'll do Jeff Jarrett in action tonight. Boop. We don't know who that is. Mm-hmm. You could have been like Jimmy Uso in action tonight. Here comes Jey Uso. Worst match of all time. But the story made it a little bit better than what it was.
So you mean to tell me, as bad as that match was, it still wasn't that bad because it had a story involved? That's what you're telling me?
100%.
No. Well, sir, I'm sorry you're wrong because even Jey Uso said, I want to redo that fucking match. He said,
you can want to redo it, but the match would have been even worse if there was no story building.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. But one thing I do know is that it made that because of the way that match was, if that storyline fell flat. It fell flat.
It's a symbiotic thing.
So tell me a time where the storyline was real good and then the match was a disappointment and you was like, well, at least the storyline was good. No, you don't say that.
I mean, no, never.
Okay, because the match, the storyline builds anticipation for the match, right?
But to have a banging match with no storyline is less disappointing than having a storyline with a disappointing match. I'd rather have a great storyline and a disappointing match than no storyline and just a random match.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then, because this is a question
I want the weeks of buildup.
When you turn on wrestling, what is the first thing you want to see?
What is that? I want to see the intro to the show because I'm starting it from the beginning, my guy. What are you talking about?
When you with your eyes, what is the number one objective that you want to see? So when you turn on wrestling, you're like, what the story is going to be today? Is that your number one priority when you turn on wrestling?
Yes, because I watch it week to week.
Right. So
Yes.
that's your number one thing, right?
Yes, I want to be entertained. I want the story to continue.
Okay.
I don't want to watch a movie with no storyline. I don't want to do it.
No,
I don't want to watch a TV show with no storyline. I don't like Seinfeld. There's no storyline. I talk about it all the time. I was like, I don't like shows that don't have a kid like Friends. I mean, there's a little storyline in between everything, but I don't like a show that doesn't have a continual storyline. It's stupid. Seinfeld. There's no continuous storyline. It's stupid. Every episode you can watch, just like I can watch this episode whenever I want, out of order. Then I can watch the episode before, but I wouldn't even know it was the episode before because there's no storyline. And that's AEW.
So I'm saying, so when you go to wrestling shows, you go to wrestling shows for the stories, to watch the stories first, and then the wrestling second, or wrestling first and story second? Which one is it?
Well, that depends, because it depends on what show I'm going to. If I'm going to an indie show, I want to see motherfucking wrestling, bro.
WWE.
If I'm going to WWE, I'm a WWE fan. I want to see storyline all day. I want to see some wrestling, obviously. I want to see wrestling. I want to see great wrestling when they wrestle, but I want the wrestling to mean something.
Mm-hmm.
The wrestling's got to mean something, bro.
Okay. So,
if I just told you at the end of the year, I'm like, hey guys, Kansas City Chiefs, we got Detroit Lions Super Bowl. We're gonna skip the whole season. We're not doing that part. We're not doing the storyline. We're just gonna give you a good game. Kansas City versus Detroit Lions Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl. It'll be a good game. It'll be a great game, but that'll be the Super Bowl champion. You're just cool with that? You're just like, oh yeah, cool. Just one game this year.
Just one game. Like if it's
that's what I'm saying. You just want one match. Just one match.
If the game is banging, because people don't watch football for storyline.
It'll be a great game
for the sport.
No,
itself.
You do watch it for the storyline because your team has to start the season 0-0, make the playoffs, go through the playoffs, make the Super Bowl. That's the storyline, bro. That's the storyline.
Man, that's no goddamn storyline, bro.
That's a storyline, bro. That's the storyline.
Listen,
Detroit Lions. That's the storyline this year.
I've never heard anybody say, you know what, that game would have been better if the storyline was better. What the fuck? No,
it's the story of the season, bro. I'm saying there's meaning behind the game. I'm not saying there's like a written storyline.
No, I know.
I'm saying there's meaning behind the game.
I know there's history behind the game, right? Yeah. I understand what you're saying. But I'm telling you, no one watches football with that mentality. It's like,
I know, but if I just told you every year I'm just picking 2 teams out of the 32, they're going to be our 30. I'm just picking 2 teams out of 30. We're going to put them in the main event. They're going to be the Super Bowl. That's what you're going to have to watch. People wouldn't watch.
But would the game be?
You want to see Pat Mahomes trying to get his 3rd Super Bowl in a row. First time ever. Storyline. You want to see Detroit Lions, who have never even sniffed a conference championship, let alone a Super Bowl, win the Super Bowl. You want to see if Mike Tomlin can lose 4 games going into the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. Storylines, bro. Yeah, everything means something, bro. Yeah, everything means something. AEW's like, Jeff Jarrett's in action tonight. Oh yeah, he's gonna win. Oh man, that was an okay match, but in 3 weeks, I don't remember that shit because it was a throwaway match. It might have been a great match, but it was a throwaway match.
It's a showcase match.
No one's gonna remember these Continental.
Of course not.
Continental Championship matches, or no, the Continental Classic tournament matches. No one's going to remember any of those. There were some great matches. Mm-hmm. No one gives a fuck anymore.
Right. I don't know how you turn this to an AEW versus WWE thing, but it ain't.
That's what we do.
That's not what I'm saying. Here you go. You are the king of twisting shit. It ain't. There's no way. I
just like to prove points that AEW is a lesser product.
Oh. Okay, like tell me something that people don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is the man who said he don't want to shoot a dead horse twice, but he's shooting this horse 15 times already in this conversation.
I'm gonna keep my foot on his throat, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Fuck that horse. Give me a 50 cal. Blow the brains out.
But again, like I said, my point is you can't have one without the other. It has to be an even balance of both. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I'm saying. One company tries to do an even balance. AEW is like, fuck half of that.
Again, what I was saying, here you go again with the bullshit. Again, what I'm saying is the pro wrestling fan has shifted. Because for a while there, it was strictly all about the in-ring action because of the independence, what it was, right?
Never.
Now.
Bro,
AEW. How you gonna sit here and tell me never when you took a long way off from wrestling?
WWE.
You don't even know, Oos.
Who has always been the top dog? Who's always been the top dog?
What are you talking about?
Who's always been the top dog in wrestling? Who's always been the top?
In what era?
Right now, like since 2000. Who's been the top dog?
Oh, John Cena.
No, like company.
Oh, it's been the WWE.
And what is their main thing about?
Their main thing is about
storytelling.
Right.
So they're the top company. They're the most popular. Their main thing is about storytelling. And yet you're going to tell me pro wrestling isn't about storytelling? That's what you're telling me?
I did not say that. See,
that's what you're telling me, bro?
Bro, you should be a fucking disc jockey for fucking CNN or some shit, bro, because you know how to twist shit that ain't even fucking real. I didn't say that. I didn't say story,
that, bro. You say
story. I didn't say story didn't matter in wrestling. My point is that the fan shifting is shifting.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. Since 2000, WWE has been the top dog, and their thing has been storytelling. So since 2000, the crowd has loved storytelling, and they're the number one company of all time. AEW starts; they're less about storytelling; they're more about pro wrestling. WWE is still number one, so it's not shifting to storytelling. It's always been storytelling, bro. It's always been storytelling.
Let me tell you something. Them years that you wasn't watching wrestling, let me tell you what's going on.
Storytelling was shit. That's why people weren't watching.
No, it wasn't about storytelling was shit. It was just people was tired of the same old shit from WWE.
That's what storytelling was shit, bro.
No, it's not about shit. It's
so
not
the
just
stories were good.
It was just the product and overall, from the in-ring action, from the stories, from the characters, from everything. It was shit. Okay, so that's why people gravitated more to the independent style of wrestling.
I mean, but WWE was still on top.
To the point, whether you're on top or you're the only show in town, it's a different story.
I mean, you're saying there's other shows in town, independents, but WWE was still crushing, bro. WWE was still on top, bro.
I'm going to edit a lot of this shit, bro. I can't have you coming out there looking like this, bro. You're going to embarrass the fuck out of us. Listen, man, let me tell you something, man. For a while there's a big gap where the WWE was in the shitter, okay?
But still on top.
It's not about being on top when you don't only fucking play people there, bro. It's not about being on top because I'm going to tell you how they wasn't on top because wrestling was at its lowest point and WWE was on top.
Yeah, I mean, but you could go back to the 90s when people were sick of WWE and they switched to WCW. But the whole time you were like, people were sick of WWE, but they were still on top. They never left the top. They haven't left the top since WCW.
All right, listen, bro. I don't think you understand what I'm saying. I really don't think you do. What I'm saying is the WWE, even though they were on top, there was a down period in the industry as a whole because the WWE was on top and their product was shitty.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
So every other product was better, but just didn't get the views.
Every other product of in-ring ability and street cred was raved about more than the WWE.
But
you understand
did not get the views.
What are you talking about views?
Well, I mean, WWE's up here, right? You're saying everything else was better than the WWE at one point, and yet they did less numbers than WWE, bro.
Okay, I'm done, bro. I
views, bro.
I can't. We
gotta go with views.
You keep twisting the narrative. You keep moving the goalposts, bro.
What's the narrative?
I'm saying street cred by itself, just people talking on the street like, yo, did you see this and this? There was a consensus that WWE sucks, is horrible right now. Okay,
so more people were talking about not WWE.
More people was talking about TNA. More people was talking about ROH because they was putting on these banging ass matches and matches that WWE was not putting on at all.
But then still watching WWE more.
No, WWE lost a lot of viewership.
But they were getting more views than all those other programs, is what I'm saying, bro.
That's why their house shows or their Raw shows have half arenas. All right, it was bad.
But it was still more than the other companies, is what I'm saying, bro.
Don't do that, bro. I know what you're doing. Don't do that, bro.
I'm not doing that. I'm just stating you're stating the facts, and I'm just confirming them, bro.
Why you resorting to these tactics, bro? You're not.
There's no tactics. You're like WWE was losing street cred, but yet they were still number one. That makes no sense, bro.
They were the only show in town.
No, they weren't. You're saying there was ROH, there was TNA, there was all the. You're saying independent.
But those shows wasn't traveling like the WWE. They were staying in their one facility.
So they were not number one then, bro.
I didn't say they were number one. I didn't say this.
You're saying everyone was talking about. Everyone cared about them more. No, everyone's just always cared about WWE more than any other brand of all time, bro.
And you know this how? Because you took a long way off from wrestling. You didn't watch wrestling for a long time.
Sales, T-shirt.
And their sales was down.
But they were better than I understand as a whole, their company sales were down. Like as a one restaurant, your sales might be down, but you're not outdoing these other restaurants. You know what I mean? As a whole, WWE's sales were down. But does that mean they weren't number one? No. It means they were by far still number one. TNA, never even close. ROH, never even close. AEW, never even close. Who else you want to name? You want to name someone? GS, none of them. Not even close, bro. Not even close.
Again.
So to say whatever, when you say that doesn't matter for professional wrestling anymore, the gold standard for professional wrestling
what is it
is
I say
WWE.
That doesn't matter? What is it I say that doesn't matter in wrestling no more?
No, I'm saying whatever you say WWE is doing wrong, they're number one, bro.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's like being like a huge XFL fan.
That's like bragging you the world's tallest midget, bro. Stop it.
No,
it's like it doesn't.
You taking shots at little people, bro.
It isn't.
Hornswoggle.
Hey, listen. It does. That's not what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. So you're bragging about being number one when your industry as a whole is in the shitter.
Would you rather be last? Would you rather be last when the whole industry's in the shitter, bro?
If you're number one and your industry that you're representing is number one, and you're number one and you're in the shitter, what'd that say?
That you're gonna rise everyone out of the shitter.
No, that means that you put the fucking industry in the shitter.
So WWE.
You can't just take credit.
Hold on.
Take credit for being number one, and then when you're down and being number one in the industry in the shitter, then you can't say, "Well, it's not us." Yes.
Hold up. WWE, when they were in the shitter, everyone else was in the shitter, but WWE was still number one, right? Correct?
No, I don't. No, they wasn't.
No, you're saying when the industry was in the shitter, WWE was still number one. So what does that say about that?
That means they're just the only show in town.
Yeah. But except for the companies you named.
Why do you think AEW was praised so much and started popping so big when they first came out in 2019? Because it's been 20 years since another big time promotion got a major TV deal and they can actually pose a threat to WWE.
When were they rated number one?
Shit, for the first year. They was whooping WWE's ass, bro. 2019.
AEW.
Yeah.
Beat WWE in the records.
Yep.
That's false.
No, it's not.
That is bullshit.
No, it's not. Let me tell you why.
Bro, AEW never beat WWE in ratings, bro.
Triple H moved NXT from Tuesday to Wednesday to combat AEW.
No, just to deflate their numbers even more, bro. That's just we'll put our second brand to deflate their number.
Right. But they lost that. They lost it.
No.
They lost that.
They've never lost.
Okay. All right. But you should know because you was watching then, right?
You're saying Raw and SmackDown lost to Dynamite.
No, weekly. I didn't say Raw SmackDown. I said NXT. All right, listen.
No, but you said when AEW started, they beat WWE in ratings.
NXT, yes, every Wednesday.
NXT, okay, bro, come on, bro.
Is that still not WWE?
I mean, yes, it is.
Okay, so what I'm saying, listen, Triple H went ahead and tried to go ahead and stop the momentum of WWE, from AEW, putting them against NXT. Right, listen, but that didn't work because AEW Dynamite was murdering them to where it made them move back from Wednesday, moving back to Tuesday.
Okay.
Matter of fact, to the point to where that's when Vince McMahon took over NXT. 2.0. Yeah. You heard about this where he was so mad that they lost the Wednesday night rating wars and they changed that shit to the fucking colorful NXT 2.0 and shit.
Vince got mad because NXT was getting successful and it wasn't his idea. It was Triple H's idea. That was documented, bro. That was documented. That wasn't me. That ain't me saying it. That's Vince McMahon's documentary saying it.
Oh, okay.
He only took over NXT from Triple H because Triple H was doing so good he got mad.
Okay.
That's facts. That ain't me.
Oh, okay.
That ain't me, bro.
I do know for a fact that they was trying to stop the momentum because it ain't want what happened with WCW happened again. They stopped the momentum. And I'm gonna tell you something. The people in WWE didn't take AEW seriously only until they got that TV deal with TNT and TBS. They was like, oh shit, wait a minute, this is serious. They put NXT against AEW Dynamite just to prove a point that, hey, we still the big dogs around here. And we're going to knock you out, your main show, with our third C show, a developmental show.
And it does it consistently right now.
And that plan didn't work out.
But it does it now.
That plan didn't work out in the beginning. You understand?
But it's working now.
Yeah, it's working now.
But that's all that matters is what's happening right now.
Bro, don't do that. Don't do that, bro.
Dude.
Because like I said, the pro wrestling fan, go back to what started this whole conversation before you start throwing ad-libs and the other type of shit, ingredients in the fucking pot don't need to be there. I'm saying the pro wrestling fan has shifted. So what I'm saying is,
to what?
They are shifting towards leaning more towards the story than the pro wrestling fan of the yesterday was leaning more towards the action.
But WWE has always been story, and they've always been number one. So how are they now leaning towards the company that's already number one?
I'm not saying WWE. I'm saying the wrestling fan. Listen.
That's what I'm saying. The wrestling fan has always been WWE fans. They're number one. That's wrestling.
No.
That's wrestling, bro.
Okay.
Are you saying WWE is not wrestling?
Next topic, bro.
It's WWE wrestling, bro.
You don't understand what I'm saying. You don't understand what I'm saying, bro. You're really not. I said the wrestling fan. I didn't say WWE itself. I didn't say WWE is shifting their style of. I'm just saying the pro wrestling fan.
So is WWE not wrestling? You don't consider them wrestling?
Of course it's wrestling. What are you talking about?
So the majority of wrestling fans are WWE fans.
I think the majority of WWE fans is WWE fans. I think a majority of pro wrestling fans,
which is wrestling,
cater more to like pro wrestling fans, like purists, right? They like more in New Japan. They like more like indie style type wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
So you're not considering WWE fans wrestling fans then? That's what I'm saying.
WWE
you consider them wrestling fans, but then when it comes to them selling the most tickets, you're like, but they're not wrestling. That's what you're saying.
No, I said WWE is wrestling.
So then they're the number one wrestling company in the world.
Yes, they are. Right now, WWE is the number one wrestling company in the world.
And they storytell.
That's fine. That is fine. But like I said, it has nothing to do about WWE. I said the wrestling fan, the majority wrestling fan has shifted their priorities of what is important to them. And I'm telling you, in the early 2000s, most of the wrestling fans' importance was the in-ring ability and the style.
When?
In the forever until recently. Now, okay, so after WCW went out of business and WWE was the only big show in town.
The only one.
Right. It was a whole influx. It was a whole wave of movement of independent wrestling companies that was putting on these banging ass matches. And the WWE was not living up to that standard of the quality of matches. Yes. That's where the fans started disconnecting from WWE and started gravitating.
How many times did any of those companies become number one?
Jesus Christ, bro! Why you
never,
keep saying
bro? That? So there wasn't a big. That? I'm just saying there wasn't a there wasn't an influx of wrestling fans that switched companies, bro. There was an influx of people who stopped watching wrestling, but like WWE has always been number one. So to say that fans switched their opinion about wrestling is hard to comprehend because WWE has always been number one. Storytelling's always been number one. Listen. No matter if in-ring ability in WWE went down and these companies went up, WWE was still number one, bro. Number one.
You keep going back to that shit but it's not helping your case because what I'm saying is it has nothing to do about the company. It has something to do about the pro wrestling fans' perspective.
And who did they watch more, bro? Who did the fans watch more? They didn't watch TNA more than they watched WWE. They didn't watch ECW more than they watched WWE. They only watched WCW more than WWE for what? 53 weeks, whatever, 52 weeks? That's
82 weeks.
83 weeks. 83 weeks. That's what it is. They've only not watched WWE more for 83 weeks since the start of WWE. So to say fans were shifting elsewhere, I mean, some were, but not a lot.
Listen,
a few thousand.
My statement it's like, I don't really think you understand. I said the pro wrestling fan now there's a shift in the pro wrestling fans' perspective of what matters, right?
Yes.
That's what I said.
And what matters to the pro wrestling fan right now?
It's the storyline.
Storyline has always been number one in WWE. That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro.
I don't care about WWE. I'm saying in general. Pro wrestling fans in general, not just WWE. I'm just saying in general. That's what I'm talking about.
But in general, WWE is the head of storytelling, correct? They've always been number one in storytelling.
Correct.
Number one.
Correct.
So how are they switching from storytelling to storytelling? If WWE is number one, There's no way you can switch from being number one to switching to storytelling. If you're number one, you're like, no fan is switching from WWE to WWE. You know what I'm saying? They're number one in storytelling.
I said this.
Are you saying AEW is going to lose more fans?
This has nothing to do about nothing about. I'm just saying pro wrestling fans. Period. All right. I'm saying what people going to look for has shifted than what it was previous years ago. Meaning there was a whole crowd going into wrestling looking, and I'm saying the overall wrestling fans, not just WWE fans. I'm saying in general, they were going into looking for banging matches, right? WWE wasn't providing that, so everybody's attention went to ROH.
But WWE stayed number one.
Before there was an AEW, Cody, Young Bucks, Kenny Omega sold out a 10,000 seat stadium without promotion. The very first All In, and it was just strictly just
who
wrestling.
main evented that All In, by the way? Who main evented?
No.
Who main evented? Who main evented? He was from WWE. What was his name? Rey Mysterio.
At the time, Rey Mysterio wasn't even in wrestling.
Nope. He was in WWE, bro.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was, bro.
He was out of WWE, and then he signed.
He was in between contracts at WWE, bro. A WWE name headlined WrestleMania or fucking All In, bro. Stop, bro. Stop. Because Rey Mysterio wasn't under contract at the time. He's not a WWE guy. Get out, bro. Stop. That was Rey Mysterio headlining All In, bro.
Oh, boy.
Cody even says, shout out Rey Mysterio for helping us sell out All In, bro.
You still don't understand what I'm saying. You still don't understand.
WWE is the train, bro. Everyone else is just the caboose.
Hey, bro, you've been sipping them too many goddamn Miller Lights, bro. You need to put them bitches down, bro, because you're like lost.
These are NA, bro. These are dry January beers, bro.
You don't
I'm doing
know what
dry January.
About. Yeah,
these are 0%.
About as dry as the ocean, I guarantee you. You don't have no idea what I'm talking about,
bro. Rey Mysterio headlined All In, bro. Main event, bro. It wasn't Cody. It wasn't the Young Bucks. It wasn't Omega. It was Rey Mysterio, a household name by who?
Okay.
WWE, bro. Stop, bro. Stop.
Nope. Well, I can't stop. I don't have to stop because you're not understanding. It's like flying over your head or some shit. I don't know.
Bro.
I don't know, bro. You're
King
not understanding.
WWE, baby.
You're not. Well, hey, tribalism, man. Go ahead about yourself. Hey, that's what you like. Hey, knock yourself out.
Hey.
But that's the point of what I'm saying, that it wasn't a diss. It wasn't a diss to anything. What I'm just saying that I noticed that me, as long as being a wrestling fan, I've never heard so many people talk about the storyline so much the way you're doing now. Because growing up as a wrestling fan, the first thing was like, you saw that match.
It's because there's a product not doing storylines, bro. That's why. The second, the competition, if you will, is not doing storylines. That's why there's if they were both doing storylines, there would be no conversation about storylines, bro. If they were both doing good storylines, there'd be no conversation about storylines. Why would we be talking about storylines if there was great storylines?
Listen, the whole point of what I'm saying is that the fan has shifted their perspective on what is important or when they come to the table to watch wrestling. That's all I'm saying. So in the past, where it was mainly about the matches.
Like Hulk Hogan's great wrestling. Kevin Nash's great wrestling. Bill Goldberg's great wrestling. Yeah. It was about great wrestling, bro.
No. Listen, again, I'm not talking about that far. I'm talking about the early 2000s. The early 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
The period where you wasn't watching. So
I was watching early 2000s. I was a ghost from like 14 to 22.
23.
Whatever Cody losing at, mate, 39.
So for roughly 10 years you didn't watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm telling you is within them 10 years that you didn't watch, I still was watching. I kept my ear to the streets, and I've literally seen the shift in the pro wrestling fan. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking WWE. I'm not knocking anything.
But I'm just saying where did they shift from? Where did they go from and then to? When you're saying the wrestling fan wants more storyline, right. So what are they watching over here, and where are they going to find the storyline that they're not getting from over here?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it's overall in general. the wrestling fan, definitely, I'm saying the new wrestling fan,
Yes.
it's all about the story now. Where the old wrestling fan, it was more about the matches. That's why I said there's a shift in the wrestling fan, and the WWE is smart enough to know how to play into that. That's why the first promo on Raw, when they dropped the curtains and shit, it was all about the story this, story that. So that's what I'm saying. The
So
wrestling
no fans are switching sides. Old fans still want wrestling. New fans just want story.
Right. It's not about switching. I'm just saying there's a transition because they always have. Okay, so point. There was a transition of wrestling where hardcore was the thing. Like it had to be hardcore matches, death-defying
like
matches,
ECW and shit.
Right. That was the thing.
But that was a niche group. That was a niche group. WWE wasn't. I mean, they incorporated it in, but they weren't going all out in the hardcore.
But WWE was doing the same thing. They even developed a hardcore title.
But they incorporate. That's what I'm saying. They incorporated. They didn't go every match is hardcore. They didn't do that.
But they had a whole lot
because they knew they had the right path.
They had a lot of hardcore matches though.
But like it was
the whole
integrated.
Era, bro. Come on.
Yeah, it was integrated. They still have hardcore matches.
So that's what I'm saying. But they had to adapt to what was popular then as the wrestling industry itself, and it was the hardcore shit. So they adapted that a part of their product. If they were so big and they didn't care about anybody else's, and they're like, oh, that shit is niche, that's never going to last, they wouldn't have adapted that to their product. But they knew like that's where the money is right now. So they adapted that to their product. So that's what I'm saying. The new wrestling fan that's coming along now, you got to remember, there are a bunch of wrestling fans right now that wasn't watching as far as us. They're just now starting to just get into it, right? So now the whole Cody Rhodes finish the story shit. Now all the fans.
That's what I'm saying. And what are people attracted to? The story, bro. It's all about stories, bro. This is the bottom line we've been talking about. You're saying a lot of new fans are coming in, and what are they attracted to? The story.
Well,
AEW needs to.
They're coming in. They're coming in.
Do you think if you take a person who's never watched wrestle ever, never watched it ever in the history of their life, if you show them Raw on Netflix or you show them a Dynamite episode, you think they're going to be like, man, I'm tuning in next week because of Dynamite?
Okay, no. I'll give you a prime example. And this is real shit. My lady, she sat here and watched Raw with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And and if you ask her now, like she only knows a couple names from AEW, but she'll say, oh, I know WWE, right? She watched Raw, and when it was finished, she looked at me. She was like, "What'd you think?" I said, "Huh." She was like, "Yeah, it wasn't that good, right?" And she don't even watch wrestling like that. My point is, when she's seen Raw and she understands, and she tells me, she's like, "Baby, why does it feel like WWE when they wrestle, it looks like it's real soft, but WWE AEW looks more physical?" I was like, because it's different styles of wrestling. She even noticed that part, right? And she knows about the stories and shit like that. And she doesn't. She's the most casual fan. I'm talking about she hardly ever watches at all.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, she watched the Netflix because it was a big deal. So she saw the difference in between, right?
Yeah,
that's fine. And again, what I'm saying is not knocking WWE. I'm not burying WWE. I'm not knocking them down. I'm just saying, making a simple point that the pro wrestling fans' expectations of what they're going in to watch wrestling has shifted. It's shifting more to the storyline, because for a while it was, oh, I want to see this person versus this person. I want to see the match. Now I'm seeing more, what kind of story can we tell with this person, this person?
Yeah.
Before, that wasn't even a thing that you talked about, Oos. Think about it. When you was going to high school, how many times have y'all motherfuckers got together and say, you know what? That storyline on Raw was so fucking good. No, what you say? You say, goddamn, that match was good. Stone Cold came out and busted ass.
Not me,
That's
bro.
What it is.
Storyline, bro. Storyline. Because you got to realize when we was growing when we was growing up, Stone Cold broke his neck and wasn't even wrestling. You know what kept us involved? Vince McMahon and Stone Cold doing promos, bro. Don't even lie. The Attitude Era started with Stone Cold being injured, not even being able to wrestle, and it projected the Attitude Era, bro. Don't even lie. Don't even lie. Vince McMahon, Austin started the Attitude Era with promos and storyline, bro. Stop. You know I'm right.
So you think the Attitude Era is basically just started because of Mr. Man and Stone Cold?
1,000,000%.
So DX had nothing to do with that?
That was a little bit. That was the answer to NWO. But the Attitude Era kicked off with Stone Cold, bro. Stop. Stop.
Listen.
It started when he was hurt and he was the hottest thing in wrestling, and they had to keep him hot. And what they do? Promos, storytelling, bro. Stop.
No, it's nothing to stop because, like I said, when you're talking with your friends, nobody mentioned like, oh, there's storyline. Nobody
talk
said
about
that.
we talked about Stone Cold spraying everyone with a beer truck. We talked about him getting arrested. We talked about him pushing Mike Tyson, bro. Stop, bro. It was all storytelling, bro.
Yeah, but what nobody
name a great Stone Cold Steve Austin match.
A great Stone Cold. Oh shit! Give me any one of the Triple H's of Stone Colds. Give me any one of the fucking
all-time classic Stone Cold match. Like Stone Cold match all time. Is any match of Stone Cold in the top 10 of WWE? Any match?
I don't know about no top 10, but he has a couple of fucking banging ass matches.
He has no top 10 matches in WWE history.
Wait, so you mean to tell me?
And yet he's one of the GOATs, bro.
So wait a minute. So you mean to tell me the match he had with Bret Hart?
See, that's the one. That's the one. I guarantee I could think of 10 more that are better than that match. The symbolism at the end was great.
Any matches that he had with Triple H wasn't banging.
I mean, it was good. I wouldn't say top 10.
With the Rock,
okay,
the three-piece.
When was one of those Triple H Stone Cold matches?
You can name anyone from WrestleMania.
Which one? Which WrestleMania? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, don't do that, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't remember the match, bro.
Just because I don't remember the match, I don't remember the feeling like that shit was good.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, don't do that, bro. I know
Stone Cold is Mount Rushmore without having a Mount Rushmore match. That's facts, bro. That's facts. And you know why?
That's your facts. That's your facts. That's your facts.
Storytelling. Austin 316 shirt.
Yeah, that's fine. I was a Stone Cold fan. I had a 316 shirt. That's fine with me. That's fine. But again,
you bought it for the promos, baby. The Austin 316 was a promo. It wasn't even a match.
No, I like that motherfucker because of the way he talked shit in that mic and how he used to whoop motherfuckers' ass in that ring. It looked like Stone Cold really, really beating the shit out of motherfuckers in that ring, bro.
Yeah.
He had
that shit was dope.
Look, that motherfucker knew how to stomp a mud hole in your ass. I'm like, he really getting stomped. But that's not the point. My point is, again, for the 15th time, I'm talking about the wrestling fan has just shifted. Again, it wasn't a dig at WWE, and I wasn't trying to prove my point of AEW, bro. Like again, you know me, bro. I keep it 100. Ain't no tribalism shit, bro. I ain't go for no team. Only team I rock with is this team. That's it. That's my team.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the other shit. Oh, the dog's getting crazy. Hold
up. We got a wrap, bro.
What's wrong with your dogs?
No, I just got someone here to fix my fridge. I forgot they was fucking coming at 4.
Oh shit.
We both gonna be off work tomorrow, bro. We can continue this tomorrow.
Bro, ain't nobody gonna be off work tomorrow, bro. You think so?
My wife's restaurant just closed.
Stay word.
Yes. All right, let's end this though. Let's end this. Hold on. All right, y'all. Word on the street. Take it easy, y'all. Peace.